A hole in the world. The silver glass plate you recovered from the Royal Conservatory points to a secret location, far away in the mountains, near Shindari Peak. Once you're there, find an entrance to the void and eliminate the outsider.
There's a darkness at the center of all things. It'll change you if you think about it too much, but it's always there. It waits for you. When I was in hiding, I tried to forget everything that I was. Now I aim to keep my promise to a dead man, someone who meant the world to me. Sometimes I still hear Dowd's voice echoing through the metal of this miserable knife. This is the strangest, most important thing I've been through, and that's saying a lot. There's a mining complex on Shindere Peak, somehow so obscure that most people don't believe it exists. That mad cult lives there, protecting the one place that can bring me face to face with the outsider himself. Years ago, I heard Dowd talking about the void. A fear that grips your throat, bends your spine, but I can't turn away now. What will we have left if the outsider's gone? His name might be lost to the void, but tonight, I'll find out if he can still bleed.
So, what rundown apartment are we sleeping in now?
This is the place, Shindere North Quarry. It shouldn't exist, but from what I can see, this place is real. At least for now.
Here, the void is closest to the surface of reality, breaking through and spilling out all the fear and power the Abbey of the Everyman tries to hide. You have uncovered more than most. What you do now will change the world.
You again. You know I used to wonder if you'd speak to me. I almost wanted it. Every street kid, every desperate wretch pushed to the edge. They all wanted you to speak to them. Why didn't you?
Because they didn't interest them.
You know I'm here to end this. You and this disgusting cult.
People have come to this place for centuries wanting many things. To elude death, to seek forbidden knowledge. They are never satisfied no matter how much they take. Not even the dead find peace here. You will find another relic of the cult's heart. A piece of whatever god came before my time. You will find the people who murdered me. When I knew them, they had names and ambitions. Now, they wander this place, their minds snared up with terrible secrets, keeping hidden the unspeakable ritual that made me what I am. Deep in the void, they put a knife to my throat and tore my name away. You have found the knife. Maybe you can find my name in the black viscera of this place, if you care to look.
Why are you telling me this? What do you want?
We both know how a mob can justify a murder to themselves. Who I was or what I wanted never mattered to the cultists here. I will not speak to you again. The next time we meet, you will be face to face with what was done to me all those years ago. Your mind echoes with everything that Dowd wants you to do. But I am here to say that you have a choice, Billy Lurk.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the point of these games. We can either do something nasty, or we can do something not nasty. Find another way. I'm gonna try and do that. He says that there might be a way to find his name. So, I guess we'll try and find his name. We read that. I'll never know exactly what Sister Rosewind saw in her visions, but something made her hesitate. Something made her hold on to that silvergraph long enough for me to save it from the fire. The archive that Cienfuegos stole shows me exactly where the void touches our world, where I can reach the outsider. I don't know what else I'll find there. All the whispers and legends say something terrible, something you can't forget. I won't know what's true until I reach it. What do you pack for a journey to the void. I just left everything behind. Well, then what was the suitcase for? Every day, Karnaca gets smaller. That swarming, stinking city. Now nothing but a few lights in the distance. But I can't look back anymore. The void is closer with every step. It's quiet out here. Sometimes all I can hear is my very own breath and my heartbeat. It reminds me of being in the open ocean. Like you're the only one left alive. Feeling like the world won't care if you don't come back. Nothing but me and my thoughts. Any thoughts of Deirdre? Everything I've done led me to this place, to this moment. Killing the Duke's brother when I was a kid. Betraying Dowd. Helping Emily take the throne. But even then, I never felt important. I was always just another desperate person trying to make sense for life. I watched my whole world being taken from me, over and over. This time, I gave it all up on my own. I'm climbing the mountain. I don't know what waits for me there, but the outsider is watching, and he knows it was my choice to go. The outsider hasn't known anything but hatred for thousands of years. He was killed to fulfill a purpose. No one asked him what he wanted. The lights went out in his world, and his eyes adjusted to the dark. I know what real loneliness is like. If it hadn't been for Dowd, I would have died from it. Now I'm walking into the void to face the loneliest creature in the world. Maybe the outsider knows I'm just chasing down someone who can give me a bit of purpose. I have nothing left except promises to the dead. When I reach him, I'll see more clearly than ever. For your sake, I hope that's true. He's close. My nights on this mountain have been sleepless, but last night I dreamed about the outsider. I knew I would, sooner or later. He was held in the void, eyes shut tight, as if he were dreaming something just as terrible. I didn't hesitate. I put my living hand to his cheek, then pushed the knife deep into his chest. I leaned into it with my whole body as it slid into him with a shudder. Blood welling up over my fingers. His eyes opened, and I saw him face to face, just for a moment. Then he fell, trembling into the dark, and all I could see was Deirdre, twitching in the gutter like the day she died. I had to force myself to wake up, just so I could look away. I know the knife becomes a part of me when I can't see it. I feel it in my chest, in my throat. I could hate the outsider for what he's done to me, twisting up the few memories I hold dear, showing me horrors I never wouldn't witness, leaving me with ragged pieces of myself, all bound up in shadows. Can I end his miserable life for that? That does beg the question why he's doing it. Does he want me to kill him or something? Why else would he show me so many awful things? Why would he show me...
Where is everyone? I hate this place already.
I guess I should expect that from her. Why would the outsider show me an illusion of Deirdre being murdered? By my own hand, no less. Well, I guess they did say all he knows is hatred. So he's making me hate him. Even more than I already have, probably.
I died because they demanded it. But soon, there won't be any more demands.
Because the power of the void will be gone. Supposedly. More than likely, whatever we do will stop the outsider from having any type of power. His connection to the earth with the supernatural will disappear. But he did say something about gods that came before him. So maybe after we either kill him or turn him into a human or whatever, then something else will take his place. Maybe someone else. Something that might interests him is that despite all of the hatred that he's put in Billy's heart, we spare him. I wonder what that's going to do to his head. In Billy's case, everything will be foiled by the power of mercy. Or perhaps by the power of grace. It depends on what exactly the outsider deserves. I guess at this point we can't really know. Because we don't know enough about him. What we do know is that he was murdered in life because people demanded it. And that's not very fair. In that regard, the outsider is a victim. Some kind of slaughter. Perhaps persecution. Difficulties continue at Shindari North Quarry. Concerning reports have disrupted mining activity at Shindari North Quarry yet again, with many working on site complaining of unsettling visual and auditory hallucinations. These have ranged from seemingly innocuous instances of misplaced equipment to large sections of the mine disappearing and reappearing within hours. The widespread nature of these collective hallucinations have made them difficult for the Shindari Mining Company to dismiss. Furthermore, rumors of black damp miners' slang for lack of breathable air caused by underground gases have spread, leading to several threats of general strike across the company's workforce, as well as growing labor shortage, as many miners choose to leave the troubled site. Accusations of poor working conditions, particularly lack of aqueduct ventilation, are entirely unfounded and ultimately harmful to our operations, said Berenice Castigula, a representative of the mining company, when reached for comment. That's what all these people say. What is that name? Castiglia. Castiglia. We are committed to the health and safety of our workers and have taken steps to ensure that those reporting headaches, memory loss, and hallucinations have access to proper counseling and treatment. Sure. I'm just going to put these wolfhounds in here so nobody blows a gasket. I did just quick save, so I'm going to be ending this particular playthrough with blood on my hands. Purposeful blood on my hands. Because I did make the decision of killing Rosewin. That's on me. But if I'm being honest with myself, she's one of the few targets I didn't feel bad about killing.
The ones who made me have watched the building for centuries with dead eye, rotting from the inside. But they will read my case.
Well, that's kind of a shame. Wouldn't you want the people who murdered you to look you in the eyes?
Calm yourself, Antero. You had that coming and you know it. How will you find wisdom when you ignore the simplest tenets? Seek no solace in mundane things, cast aside distractions. Your little pets were distracting your gaze from the void.
Where's the heart?
Why do they look like that? What goes on here?
Oh, dang it. Nope, I'm gonna save this man. You can't.
Why do they look like that? What goes on here?
Wait, does he just die anyway? Well, he is a cultist. Oh, bone charm.
She will peel back all the lies and symbols. For some, a catastrophe. For others, a revelation. And for
Who
some,
is she?
my death will be a promise.
Anyone in here? No, but there's a bone charm nearby. Recently, some memories were just flooding back to my head. I remember this place. The final mission of this DLC. I'm going to be seeing the inside of a mining facility. There's going to be this big elevator, I think. And of course, the void. Supervisor's note. Adrostus. The front gate code is 311. I can't stay here a minute longer. For a while, it was just little flashes of light, little like cracks in a window pane. But now, I hear voices. And it's not just a few whispers. Whole conversations like they're right beside me. Sometimes I see strange people out of the corner of my eye, but then they're gone. It's like everything shivers and changes in front of me, and then it's back to normal, like nothing happened. This place is cursed. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not waiting for it to get worse. I'm going back to Karnaca. Well, good luck, Connor. I wish you well. Though Karnaca isn't what it used to be, so I bet the bone charm is in this room. But it's the one room that it won't let me get in. Maybe it has something to do with this. Yes, there's a crank wheel. Gotcha. It's a black bone charm. I think I got all the bone charms that I wanted, though.
From the library yesterday, you communed with the eye. Tell me how you feel for my studies.
Yes. I stared into its core and recognized myself. It yearns as I yearn. Under its gaze, I sank beneath the surface of these waters. I walked the path of the envisioned and witnessed the churning of the void in the flesh. Ah, I still feel the eye's presence in my mind.
Yes, yes. The dead see with such depth. The eye of the dead god sees all our desires.
One day we too shall see the truth. I know it.
Oh, nice. The truth awaits. Tonight we commune with the eye. When you've finished your studies for the evening, leave the library and join us in the chamber. The relic will look inside us. We must aid its search. The void lies inwards. We must bring it to the surface and see its truth. Bring 3 sharp knives. What, are you planning on shanking somebody?
I had never felt before.
Did I just kill her? Okay, good. This is the elevator I was talking about. Ever been on an elevator that requires more weight so it can move?
Licking blood from dead on its fingers, tastes of terror, of cheers, of treason. She cut enough for us to hide in her bellies.
Because Star Wars reference? Well, that was nice. Looks like you guys will be useful, even in your conscious state.
What will it be like to finally experience an end? I see forever, and even I can't see the future.
Which means he's not all-powerful. I think for the most part, the rats just give you interesting tidbits every now and again when you try to talk to them.
Heirlooms, letters. How many did we destroy today? No part of our old life may follow us to this place. The void will not allow it.
Some aren't ready to shed their attachments. I remember one man, some aristocrat from Dunwall, was granted permission to join us here. The fool brought his prize hound, As if you could keep it in the mine. As if we don't have enough vermin.
What happened to it?
We had him kill it. Drove a knife through its eye. Then we killed him.
Why?
Because he wept.
Are people still drinking this?
Indeed, we are truly fortunate to experience the passage of Envision twice in one day.
Envision can't communicate with us anymore. Can they see us? Or can they only see what's in the void?
In Witnessed by Stone, Nozaku posits
I don't remember those things. Or do I? I don't know either. And I'm literally you. Well, wherever they are, I don't like them. They're like clockwork soldiers, but somehow even more disturbing. I can feel the autonomophobia creeping in. I guess it's worse because it's the supernatural being. It can't be explained away with science. Unlike the clockwork soldiers. Okay, yeah, obviously those things can walk around and see things. It's a robot, basically. But what are those things? I'm just thinking, no, that's wrong.
Guardians of the ritual. All of you have appointed yourselves to a better existence, lifting up from the muck and the dank warrens of the ignorant of society. You see the world for what it is, discontent with illusions. Only you see the truth. Let us remember why we are here and the importance of our work. Thousands of years ago, we took revenge from the streets, discarded, blowing upon the embers we found there. We set alight the fires of divinity at the very heart of the world. We created the outsider himself, fellow seekers. A face instead of the endless dark. Black eyes rather than that malevolent emptiness that came before. A voice speaking to select few, over which otherwise would be the howling of forever.
This is gonna be hilarious.
Of nothing without end. It's a pity.
Lost Days at Shindairi, a memoir. An excerpt from the book of the same name. It started with hallucinations. Ioana Gallardo screaming when her house vanished as she unlocked her front door. Miners returning from the depths with hair-raising tales of tunnels appearing, already quarried and cleared beneath their pickaxes. But soon the entire town was awash in the unexplainable. The first time I hallucinated, I was working in the Shindairi Mining Company's store, distributing supplies to prospectors, fresh off of the carriages from Karnaca. I pulled a head lantern from the shelf, turned to hand it to a customer, but he was gone. The shop was gone. I was standing alone in a dust-swept street amid tumbled ruins. It was North Quarry Town, but different, as if decades had passed it into the earth. I blinked and the vision dissipated. I was left befuddled, staring at a curious customer. Soon, all of North Quarry started flickering in and out of his existence. Talk to a friend and they disappear mid-sentence. Roll over in your bedroom and wake up under starry skies. We lost sense of what was real and what was illusory. And it worsened. The town disappearing for days, while we camped in caves and spoke in hushed voices. It became unbearable. One by one, my neighbors fled to Calero, Bastilio, anywhere but Shindairi. Soon, I was the only one left, wandering deserted streets alone. I'd gone half mad with loneliness, roaming mine shafts deep into the mountains. When I stumbled upon a giant eye, it seemed to hum with power, beckoning me. And when I touched the eye, understanding exploded within me. The invisible layers of the universe were laid bare to me. I left the mines a wiser woman. Shindairi's secrets, a mystery no more. I witnessed no more vanishings. Forever after that, the town remained stone solid for me.
I'll take a look around.
So there must be a reason for Billy to be seeing Shindairi Peak the way it is. For that woman, everything is fine. There's no more shifting and whatnot. But Billy does see the shifting. Nope. I refuse to be spotted. An evaluation of the prominent eyeless of Karnaka. Jacoby, for the delay. He is a man of singular dedication. Any difficulty he encounters he overcomes by sheer force and persistence. He is undoubtedly devoted to our intellectual ideals. A studious man, dispassionate, yet obsessive. In his single-mindedness, he can be prone to nervous fits and neglectful of himself and other duties. Furthermore, he is too enamored by the Senjuine infusion and its effects on his mind. Yun, further delay. An athlete. He appreciates the patterns and nuances of the void. His knowledge and passion would enrich our pursuits here, but the man is a celebrity. As of yet, he would not be suited to our rigorous of lifestyle. His public profile is too high to relocate without causing some alarm, and we believe he enjoys that fact. Michaels, to ascend within 3 years. A woman of consummate control. She has maintained a network of patterns and subordinates which has allowed our influence to spread and our studies to continue. Her reliability and constancy is unquestionable. It is through her efforts and resources that the dangerous relic from the Outsider's creation has been kept secured. Our trust was not misplaced.
For so long, the Envision have held their positions. They own the innovate. What?
Oh. Okay, there it is. I got caught.
By the Outsider!
Alright, what do you got?
She is seen through dark waters. Soon, she will see in obscurity.
Ah, she's gonna see you for who you truly are. Well, what is that? Also, who is she still? We Watch the Stars by F.H. Clapp. Excerpt from a monograph on celestial cartography. Any child knows the constellations above the Isles. The captain at the helm, the tusked Leviathan, the vain Duchess, the scaled he-goat, the Moth King. Tales older than the Outsider himself, patterns read long ago by the fearful and the ignorant to create meaning from the emptiness that engulfed them. The supposed significance of one's birth in relation to these signs is a common folk tale. Those born under this or that set of stars will be lucky, or obedient, stubborn, proud. This is, of course, a simple superstition. Oh, but the Outsider is completely believable. But what may be read in the stars is of greater substance than the fortunes of the unimportant masses. The night sky foretold the necessity of the Outsider and urged the envisioned to seek out the wretch who would become him. It is simply the movement of these distant stars, but when they blink out into nothingness, that tells us what the void requires. Alongside the migration of birds and the entrails of certain animals, the disappearance of several prominent celestial lights urged the ancient envisioned to take a helpless orphan and create the Outsider from his wretched flesh. So, does Clapp here actually believe that, or is that just what he's writing down? Preliminary notes on void anomalies. Despite the difficulty, we have managed a general study of the observable hollows, as some have called them. The anomalies in their province still baffle us. These flaws in reality are imperceptible to those who have only recently joined us in our seclusion. Extended communion with the Eye is necessary before anything of this nature is revealed to us. Does the Eye know? Does it share this knowledge with us so that we might understand their nature? If so, what else might dead eyes see? These confluences of the void show us the possibilities of our time. As the ritual hold is outside of time's reach, Are we bound up in the strands of several divergences? It may be there are things still beyond our sight. We who watch the world align itself to our desires. Are we to witness the end of time as we understand it?
No. Have you read the third book of Las Bernard's seminars? Surely you must. It's essential. The Envisioned broke apart the gate to the ritual hold to maintain the order of our existence. And the pieces exist outside of the passage of time. It is the basis of our semiotics. Thusly, all meaning flows from this state of within and without.
Yes. My
Uh-oh.
work focuses on this foundational act. The exclusion of the outsider is necessary to maintain the hermeneutics of the self.
What does that even mean?
What is us, what is they? Without the outsider, to create that distinction.
Have you encountered Camilla Correa's latest work? There is always the problem of framing, of delimitation. Do these distinctions make communication possible or impossible?
Interesting theory.
Correa? Oh, that she would question that is what nonsense.
It's still a bit harsh, isn't it? Still a bit, wacky. What the heck was that? No. I threw the hook mine, it's supposed to take her out. What did it, just shock her sword?